All right. In this episode, we're joined by the wonderful Maddie Atwood Russell from the class of 2015. Hi, Maddie. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing very well. Thank you. All right. So I want you to go back and think about middle school. It was such a fun time. And then you were in eighth grade and you were presented some options as to where you would go to high school. Why'd you pick early college?
Um, I remember middle school wasn't the best time, and I didn't really grow up with a whole lot of friends from my home base. I'm from North Myrtle, and I thought that it would be a cool new opportunity to be able to kind of meet new people and kind of branch out and be me without being the me that was stuck at North Myrtle. And my dad was like, "This is awesome. You should try it." Like, my dad was all gung ho about going to college because he went, my mom didn't. That'd be a cool new thing to try.
All right. So change in environment.
Yeah.
And as I recall, you still kind of had one foot in the door over at North Myrtle. You were a cheerleader as well, correct?
Yeah, I did cheer my whole 4 years.
Okay. So that's kind of a unique experience for those student athletes. What's it like trying to balance doing cheer at North Myrtle, but attending early college? I mean, they're nowhere near each other.
Yeah, it at first I think it was a little hard because I didn't have my license yet, so I still had to depend on people to pick me up from practice or people to take me home. Um, I think that the farther along I got into early college, the balance was more on workload. I got pretty involved in different clubs at school and then making sure I was doing schoolwork. I also had a job and doing cheer. Um, but I think it was really nice to kind of still feel like I was still part of my home. I'm really proud of being from North Myrtle, more have grown. Um, so I think it was a weird balance at first, but after you get used to it, I think that it kind of worked itself out.
Yeah, you kind of figured the organization piece out and how you're going to go
Yeah.
about doing that, thriving, which obviously you did.
Mhm.
All right, so you choose early college, you're accepted. We're very excited that you chose us. You come to Bridge Week, you meet a whole bunch of strangers. We make you do all kinds of crazy, weird stuff. We still do the bingo games and all that. Uh, poor kids. Uh, but you're getting an opportunity to change that environment. As you mentioned, that was kind of important to you. Do you remember kind of how you felt there at Bridge Week as you're starting to meet all these different people from all these different places?
I don't really remember too much of like Bridge Week and what we did. Um, I do remember I grew up very shy, so I can imagine I was probably super timid. But I did know a few people coming from North Myrtle that kind of had the same outlook of wanting to branch away from North Myrtle Beach and people that I'd been friends with before, and having them around really helped.
Gotcha. All right, so you do the Bridge Week thing, you meet some new people, you make some new friends, you get into those high school classes their freshman year. How did Avid help you adjust to the early college way?
I think that Avid was really awesome. And I was actually talking to one of my employees as a high schooler, and he was talking to me about Avid today. And I was like, wait, that's crazy. I've never heard of another school doing that. But I think that it was really great with providing the organization that you needed, especially once you got into those college courses and kind of giving you the tools that you needed to be successful in your school classes.
Love it. Good stuff. Sophomore year gets a little bit harder. Start taking some college classes. Junior year, you're taking even more. And you kind of had a unique schedule, if I recall. Uh, I'm considered to be a sophomore teacher,
Mhm.
but you actually took me as a junior.
I don't remember.
It was different
Mhm.
because we had actually already switched buildings too.
Yeah, I do remember the new building, the
Yep.
switch.
So you were in there with a whole bunch of sophomores, which is always interesting. And it's like, no big deal. How do you
Mhm.
go about just kind of being cool and cool being yourself in different classes? Because it's not just going to be like that high school thing. Once you get into
Yeah.
the tech stuff, you're with adults.
Yeah, I think that I've always just enjoyed getting to know different people and making new friends and um I don't remember taking it with a bunch of sophomores, but I do know a bunch younger than me that I'm still friends with that I imagine I probably met in that course.
Maybe so. All right, so you get through junior year, the tech stuff's going. Senior year, your
Mhm.
grades are good. Fall, you start really thinking about what's next. You start applying for scholarships. What's that process like for someone who's never really experienced that before?
I think that it was really hard. And it's something that I still like think about. I don't think that there is enough of information or access to information. I don't think people do enough to teach kids, or at least when I went through, I didn't feel like I knew enough about applying to scholarships and actually knowing the importance of trying to get a scholarship compared to student loans. Because I am drowning in them. So I definitely think for the students who are going through that process right now to like really take advantage of the people at early college who know those things that I feel like I didn't, and really, really look into the programs you're applying for and make sure that they can offer you scholarships because it really sucks in the long run
Right,
um, having to pay it all back.
right. All right, so where'd you decide to go?
I went to College of Charleston.
College of Charleston. Like to think if I was a high schooler in South Carolina, I'd pick College of Charleston too.
Yeah.
All right, so you get down there. Are you starting as a true first year freshman, or where are you falling in terms of student status down at CFC?
When I went in, they didn't transfer all of my credits. When I graduated from early college, I did graduate with the associates. And they didn't transfer absolutely everything. So I think I went in and I was considered like a second semester sophomore, I think.
Okay,
I had a lot of those basic courses over with, and I was supposed to declare a major my second semester and really start those classes.
okay, so you're pretty close.
Yeah.
All right, so you get down there, you're taking classes, College Charleston, just an absolutely beautiful place to go to school. How did you find balance between academics and everything Charleston has going for it?
It was really, really hard. Charleston does have a lot going for it. You know, the campus is in the heart of downtown, and the beach isn't too far away. Meeting a lot of new people, trying to see what, you want to do. I made the promise to myself that when I went into College of Charleston, I didn't want to continue being a cheerleader. I really wanted to find who I was without it. And I wasn't as involved as I was in high school while I was in college. Um, and I think college classes are, especially jumping in at 18 and straight into junior year classes, it was a big, I think, like culture shock. I didn't expect it to be as hard as it was. But I think that I surrounded myself with a lot of good people, and they might have not academically been as far ahead as I was, but they tried to help push um, a better schedule. And I got involved in some of the ministries on campus, and that helped with some older kids meeting some older classmen that kind of walked me through their journey. I joined a sorority, and that kind of helped also with their expectations of social life and academic life and having resources and people older than me that would kind of walk me through the journey of.
Yeah. I want to camp out there a little bit because for so many people, especially coming from early college, right? So we ask you to make a choice so early
Yeah.
and you're committed to it and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm making progress and I'm heading towards this goal. And you get the associate's degree, then you head to college, wherever it may be, whether it's Coastal or CFC, Francis Marion USC, wherever. And now you're in classes with people who are third years, people who are juniors. You're jumping right into major classes. Uh, that's hard, like
Mhm.
really hard. And